Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who wears anti-tank tops, Craig Charles.
There was a time when I thought about joining the army, just after I had that brain transplant. But real wars are real hassle. You have to get up really early in the morning, and everyone runs around and shouts a lot. And as for the gear, well, jackboots went out with the plague. And have you ever seen a soldier with a decent haircut? No, you haven't. And as for camouflage, they're no good at that either. I mean, those army trucks on motorways stand out like a sore thumb. That's why we at Robotwars take out our aggression in a more civilised manner. OK, egos might get bruised, robots might get bashed, but don't worry, madam, it's all good, clean fun. Phillipa, who are our contenders?
Hey Craig, time to introduce you to the contestants for Heat B. Technophobic, you may remember, went out in Heat 2 last time. Was it Heat 2? Yes. Something which cost a tenner until decorations were added on, and now it's over 60 quid. Abaddon with its very strange tail design, look out for that one. Pitbull, apparently these teeth really do work, but it has to be seen to be believed. Robocow, the only robot in the competition which is made of wood. Well, the tail is wood anyway, isn't it? We like that, but it won't last long. Shark Attack here, the team, obviously good-looking and raring to go. General Carnage, the Prometheus team from last year, you may remember. And, of course, Behemoth, which is back with, apparently, a bigger chopper. Johnathan Pearce.
Oh, yes, old friends and foes back again, many of them with improved weaponry. Let's have a look at the round one battles, then. Something against Pitbull. Abaddon against Technophobic. The yellow peril, it looks like. General Carnage versus Robocow, and then Shark Attack, looking great, by the way, against Behemoth.
The time for talking's over. Let the wars begin.
From Leicester, Something.
This cost under a tenner to build, they claim. It's a demented pickaxe with heavy-duty steel-plate armoured areas powered by 4 car-starter motors. They believe they're into something good.
Hi, I'm Dig. This is my mates Jeff and Johnny. This is our robot for Something. This sharp, pointy, axie type thing is directly goes through the drive system, so every time we change direction, the axe comes over a bit like that. And also on the return, this time it incorporates a forklift truck type affair thing, which is down here, which hopefully will possibly pick up and flip the opposition. These spikes are also good for impaling, because we can get up to about 15, possibly 20 mile an hour. We're not sure, but we can't outrun it.
From Nottinghamshire, Pitbull.
Snapping jaws are the main weapons of this growler. The shell is stainless steel and fiberglass powered by 2 electric motors. Lighter than its opponent, its bark could be more dangerous than its bites.
Hello, I'm Ivor. And I'm Phil. And this is our robot, Pitbull. Top speed of about 15 miles an hour. We drive straight into the opposition, we clamp onto them, and then we bite really hard. We've taught it a few tricks. We've taught it how to fetch, and we've taught it how to bite.
Roboteers, stand by.
And they've taught Pitbull well. Ivor's hero's Bart Simpson. He looks like him too. And Something with Dig and his hair.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Something by far the faster of the machines, and immediately on the attack with a huge pickaxe slamming down there, powered by 4 800-watt starter motors. But back comes Pitbull on the attack. Plenty of bite in the clamp. Sounds like a traffic warden. And in goes Something onto the flames of torture there. And I think is immobilised right from its first charge. And Something here is out, I'm sure. On fire, burning. And a hairy end to Dig and his team. Burning up in flames the hopes of the Something team. And Pitbull stands triumphant. And all he has to do now is avoid the house robots who come in for the kill. Steering away, coming back on Something again, Pitbull. There's Kill-A-Lot there with the horrible lance. Pitbull about to close those jaws on Something once and for all. That's Sergeant Bash, top of your picture, coming in. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Pitbull's trying to attack Bash, who grips Something, tearing and rending machinery. splitting sumps, ravishing wheels, and in comes Killalot, twisting and turning. That horrible lance. I think Dig needs to go back to his tunnels from whence he's come with Johnathan and Chef Germany. He actually wants to go to live in a disused railway carriage in Australia, Dig. Take something with you, because it's not a lot of use for anything else. It's food for thought for Killalot. It's a mere bauble. Look at those horrible eyes, evil. Pit, 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 pit. You're going down, something. You're going down. And you've gone. All that work and planning. Something out. Pitbull the winners. Quite clearly, right from the start.
Well, he looks like a Dalmatian. He fights like a terrier. His name is Pitbull, and he's through to the next round.
Pitbull, then, lived up to its name stupendously.
We wanted a bit more of a running battle, you know, but yeah, so we thought we'd just keep on going.
Well, if you keep going like that, you'll be able to get your teeth into a lot more, I should think.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Because you're through to the next one, so good luck.
How much is that doggy in the window? Priceless. Pitbull are through. Next up, Abaddon against Technophobic.
From Newton Stewart in Scotland, Abaddon.
No nice boy this. Sharpened chisel prongs and wicked rotor blades at the front. 4mm thick aluminium offers scant protection, though. It took 3 months to build this one.
Abaddon has 2 modes of attack. This is a rotavator on the front, which rotates relatively slowly and can pick up other robots or rip off aluminium armour.
This is the sting in the tail of Abaddon, and the bowling ball is a caster. It goes to side, and we've got these hardened steel chisels with a spike on the end to do lots of damage.
From Bournemouth, Technophobic.
The Technophobes were eliminated in the first round of the last wars. They've improved over 6 months of rebuilding the lifting arm weapon and resin-bonded glass fibre shell. Don't call this mellow yellow.
Hello, this is Technophobic, our Mark II version, improvement from the last wars. We have a bigger motor for more power. We have an improved weapon, a spring-loaded spike with our steel-piercing tip.
Very strong.
And a hydraulic lifting arm as well. And it's extremely quick. It's much quicker than last year's robot, so we hope to catch a few people unawares.
Roboteers, stand by.
But I can tell you there's a problem for Abaddon and the Grosvenor family, and can Technophobic and Mike Haken there take advantage?
3, 2, 1, activate.
And it's a really difficult problem to solve. They've had to get rid of the ball bearing underneath the chiseled spike because they were overweight in the pit, and replace it with that wheel you see there. And immediately Technophobic trying to lift Abaddon. There go the rotor blades shooing up Technophobic, and the resin-bonded glass fibre, lurid yellow shell. Great roar goes up as Technophobic comes back on the attack. Up to 25 miles an hour they can generate. Trying to flip Abaddon once again. The rotor blade's no good when it's up in the air like that. Mike, who likes motorbikes and mountain bikes, trying to drive Abaddon in and underneath as Matilda came into the action there. Don't forget, if any of these robots go near the CPZs, the corner patrol zones, they're in trouble from the house robots. Oh, the wheel's gone! Abaddon's wheel has come off! No wheels on that wagon! Abaddon dragged towards the flame pit. They won't want the tyres to go on there, but you see there's no control now. They know it, the wheel is gone. They were so dependent on that ball bearing. Immobilised, but now out comes Shunt with the great pickaxe. They're trapped on the grid there. They cannot get away. They're trapped on the flame pick grid. Shunt in with a snowplow. You can see the problem. The bolt hitting them in on the flame pit. They can't escape. On one side, they've got Technophobic with the lifting arm underneath those rotating blades once again. There's Shunt. Praising Abaddon clear. Now, can that bit of fortune favour the Abaddon team? Technophobic drives once again. Abaddon into the wall. There's Matilda. Also Killalot coming out of his CPZ. And they're together in some grisly waltz out there now. Killalot lifts and spins. That's a great view down on the arena from behind the team cabin. So Bash goes back into his CPZ. Technophobic spins again. They're coming on a charge here, perhaps. Go on, they're trying it. Simon Grosvenor, Felix Grosvenor and Wellington Grosvenor trying to get some life, but they couldn't. And this one will go to the judges, I think.
Well, both the robots were still mobile at the end of that epic battle. So while we wait for the judges' decision, let's look at some of the fighting again.